Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Southern Sandpiper. I'm your host, Kenny, and today we are going to be talking about one of my favorite pipes, one of my freehands, this Karl Erik pipe. Let's give this thing a light. Delicious. Don't know if the mic's going to pick it up, but it's a rainy afternoon here in north central Florida. It's been raining on and off for the last hour, periods of being really heavy, and now it's just kind of a nice steady stream. So I figured nice time to come out, enjoy a pipe while it's nice and cool, and talk about freehand pipes, and specifically this particular pipe. I had never been interested in freehand pipes till I had joined, like many, the pipe community. I'd always liked traditional British shapes. Specifically, I liked bent shapes, full bends, half bends, liked some billards, Canadians. And then eventually my taste kind of went more towards just Canadians and Bings as you see today. But somewhere in there I had seen a freehand, and I kept seeing pictures of various freehands. And one of the names that I seen that kept popping up that their pipes really were beautiful to me was this particular pipe maker. Karl Erik wasn't a name that I had known previous till really I had started joining all of the pipe communities in various places, specifically on Facebook. Well, I started looking at the pipes, and I noticed when I did a Google search for Karl Erik, in his Pipedia that pops up, this pipe shows up on that. And I was lucky enough to find this pipe for sale on eBay by the seller who had supplied the Pipe Wikipedia with pictures of this particular pipe to use. So I thought it was totally unique. It's got some plateau on the top, some bird's-eye down at the bottom. It's got primarily straight grain completely around. I like the way that this little section comes off as kind of the sharp edge, and just the way that it fits in my hand. Freehand pipes, to me, are a totally unique experience from buying a traditional pipe. I can buy Canadian by half a dozen manufacturers that I know are going to be an outstanding pipe to my standards. Out of those, I could find most of those producing a Billard or a Canadian Again, that would be to what I find to be the standard of pipe that suits me best. The way I like to smoke, the size, feel in my hand. At the end of the day, I can go online tonight and buy 4 or 5, 6, 7, 20 or 30 if I had the funds for it, Canadians that would probably fit exactly everything I want in a Canadian pipe. But a freehand like this, you'll never see another one like it. That's the beauty of the freehands to me. They are unique pieces of pipe art that the pipe maker decided to carve in a way that the briar let him. And for that, I am a huge fan of freehands. I've got several in my collection, not as many as I would like to have, but they are up there at the top of my list on what I really, really enjoy with pipes and the way they smoke. Yep, talking too much. I went on the way that they smoke, on the way that they feel in my mouth. They are just overall, in my opinion, a freehand pipe is probably one of your best choices you can make if you're looking for something unique and something with a lot of character. I always get people asking me about a freehand pipe if I'm out in public smoking it. People will make comments, especially if it's from other pipe smokers. Other pipe smokers seem to love freehands for some reason when I'm smoking. It's that time of night that trucks are driving by my house. Everybody's rushing home. Mm. Just a beautiful smoking pipe. Doesn't get hot on the hand, even when I'm puffing it like now, like a chimney. Mm. I flinched. Yeah. Thought I was going to drop it. I don't clinch much wearing dentures, but I always like trying them out. For me, I would not. It's light enough that if I was to practice, then I might feel more comfortable clenching it, but it's a hand pipe. At least for me, as a Dutch wearer, it is. Mm. So, how have you guys all been doing? What's your thoughts on freehand pipes? Like them? Don't like them? Like I said, I'm a big fan of them. Um, there are a few by a few different manufacturers that I have, almost all exclusively. They're Danish, but that doesn't mean that the Danish are the only ones to make freehand pipes. Just the ones in my collection happen to be Danish. Um, I've got some Nording freehands. I also have Tinderbox freehand that is, I think, unknown, but I believe that Karl Erik made a pipe for them, but not quite certain. Um, I know Nordine, I believe, has made a signature pipe for Tinderbox at one point. Um, but in any case, I've got an unmarked Tinderbox, just says Tinderbox on it. Um, and it is a beautiful, beautiful light flame completely around with a beautiful bird's eye underneath. Just a gorgeous piece of briar. And like this piece of briar, I can sit around puffing away without any chance of it getting hot. And that's that's a big one for me. Especially when I'm in the mood talking. A lot of times I'm out here when I am smoking a pipe. If I'm not recording a video, I might be out here video chatting with one of my friends, with my twin brother, on the phone talking with my sister. But I spend a lot of time out here gabbing. And when I do, the pipe's in my hand. And a lot of times when I'm talking away, I'm also puffing away for periods of a time in between getting a break for air. uh, but when I don't let the pipe go out, I kind of huff away at it when I'm out here talking with friends and family. So I like a pipe that has a tendency not to get overly hot. So this pipe is definitely a thumbs up and a winner for that. Now, I will give you its one downfall for me. Is that depending upon the tobacco and how long you've let it dried, this particular pipe can gurgle. Now, I know for some of you guys that is a deal breaker, but for me it's not, because I've learned a long time ago generally it's not the pipe, it's the preparation of the tobacco. If I even let the tobacco dry long enough, if I am over smoking it like I'm doing now, even if I'm out here without a drink, I find that if I'm drinking water or coffee or tea, that keeps down the saliva production in my mouth. Sounds like it would be just the opposite, but it's true. You're basically kind of washing that saliva back and not getting it into your stems. So I'm a wet mouth smoker, and I know I'm a wet mouth smoker. So a few things I can do on a pipe like this that I know can have the tendency to gurgle for me. Come out with a drink, it's a big one, and preparation of the tobacco. Now I could also do a real simple measure, and that is to always keep a clean pipe cleaner out here and simply insert that pipe cleaner when it starts feeling a little moist. I can. I don't generally like to do that um, unless I really, 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 really have to. If it's getting to the point where it's being a bother. This right now, I'm not noticing any gurgling. Mm, just a lovely smoking pipe. I do take a lot of care with this in all of my pipes. I don't know under these lighting conditions how well it picks up, but it's got a really nice shine to it. And part of that is because I will keep this buffed on a regular basis. If the wax is starting to look dull, I'll put a fresh coat of wax on. I always take a microfiber, I wipe down. A lot of times, what you're not seeing on the camera is me wiping down the pipe as I'm smoking it, removing finger smudges on the pipe. Um, just kind of my own rituals that I go through to keep my pipes looking in good condition. If I keep them wiped down enough while I'm smoking them, when I bring them back inside, maybe just again check them over. If I don't need to buff them, they're not going to get buffed. They do not get buffed every time I smoke them. I go through all of my pipes about once a month and will buff any at that time that I think needs to be buffed. Now, that being said, if there's a pipe I happen to grab and while I'm out here enjoying it and smoking it, I notice that it needs to be buffed, it's going to get buffed immediately. As soon as I'm done smoking that pipe, after that pipe is cooled down, that pipe is going to get buffed. And then it's going to be put up, and then I probably won't smoke that pipe for probably at least a month. I never smoke them immediately after buffing them. I sort of just let that wax kind of harden on the outside of the pipe and cure nice before I'll break it back out. Oh, I'm surprised myself. It's still going from all of my ranting and talking. Mm. That's about all I got for you on this pipe today. Again, I'm going to give them 2 thumbs up. Any of you looking for a good buy in an affordable freehand, I would highly recommend looking for a Karl Erik pipe. Karl also made pipes under a few different companies. Again, if you just do a quick Google of him, you can find out all the information you can. I have some by some of the other companies. He was in Newt, is the name Knute. I've got a few of those pipes, and they are wonderful smokers as well. Wonderful looking pipes. Seem to be of a pretty high caliber briar. But these, phenomenal. If you can get your hands on one, get your hands on one. Again, thank you so much for joining me here in Southern Sandpiper. If you like the content of the show, please hit like. If you like the content and you want to kind of visit us on a regular basis here, please hit that subscribe and then hit that little notification bell just so you're notified every time I do a new video. Right now, videos are kind of weather dependent, depending upon outside temperatures, depending upon if it's raining horizontally. I'm trying to get into one a week right now. But sometimes it's hard because I'm trying to get in certain times. Like now was not the best time to record a video. I know that. Too much traffic noise from where I live. But it's the time that I had. So, I will try to get content in, though, at least once a week. And as the weather starts getting a little cooler and nicer outside, moving into fall and into winter this year, you'll see a lot more regular content, just like you did when I first started this channel. Thank you again so much for joining me here in Southern Sandpiper, and you all have a very wonderful evening, and stay blessed.